Friends, have you ever wondered why people time to time come out to protest climate change? What happens to our climate that people start worrying about it? Well, in today's video we will get to know about this and talk about some facts and smart solutions. But before we start, let me tell you a fact: in human history, such protests have started happening only in the last 100 to 150 years. And its reason is hidden in the last 300 years. Actually, in the last 300 years, the Industrial Revolution started, in which human civilization made great progress. Cities, big buildings, industries, vehicles, computers, TVs, ACs, smartphones, refrigerators, and many more things that you see around you. We have invented all these things in the last 300 years. But we need a lot of energy to make all these things. And we get this massive amount of energy by burning fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, and natural gases. But when they are burnt, they release a large amount of CO2 in form of smoke. This increases the amount of CO2 in our atmosphere. And because CO2 is a greenhouse gas, it blocks the Earth's surface, essentially absorbing infrared radiation, causing the greenhouse effect. And causing the temperature of the Earth to rise, since the heat is now getting trapped and re-radiate the heat, causing the Earth's surface to be warmer than it should be otherwise. More the CO2, more the absorption of infrared radiation, and essentially further increase in Earth's temperature. But this is just the tip of the problem. The underlying issue is that this rising temperature is also melting our glaciers, and its impact is so dangerous that the water level on the Earth is increasing, and many natural disasters like floods, earthquakes, tsunamis, and storms have started increasing. And the indirect route of all this is CO2 and other such greenhouse gases. And if we do not reduce these gases from the environment, then in the near future we will have to face tons of issues. And this is the reason why we have a lot of organizations and people from around the world protesting global warming and climate change. So what do you think? What could be its solution? Should production be stopped? No, this will not fulfill our requirements. Nor we will be able to enjoy the same facilities as today. It will stop the development of human civilization. So what could be the best solution for this? The best solution would be to plant more and more trees. One such example could be, if we can replace the non-disposable plastic with other disposable materials used. Additionally, we will be able to increase the fertility of the soil, since it would not be a mere dumping ground anymore. And we will be able to control CO2 in the environment. So have we humans not done anything about this yet? It's not like that. We have taken many steps to deal with these problems. In 1997, many countries worldwide expressed their seriousness on this subject, and to deal with it, a climate treaty was made under the CO2 Protocol, in which a framework of carbon credit was designed to reduce carbon emissions. Under this, a limit must be set for a company to emit carbon in a year. For this, carbon emission targets have been set, and these targets are given to the companies. And if there are companies which are emitting excessive carbon, should be able to buy carbon credit from environmental organizations and increase their carbon credit limits. Now the question arises, what is the value of a carbon credit? And from where is the organization is going to get carbon credits? For this, we need to come on the climate treaty of the CO2 Protocol. The CO2 Protocol defined a scale, in which it was told that a carbon credit would be given for absorbing 1 ton of carbon. Your carbon credits offset your emissions. It is such that if the dirt is cleaned, then it will be considered that the dirt has not happened. Any organization working on a project to prevent or reduce carbon emissions from the environment can take carbon credit per the completion of respective projects. That's why, with the money received from carbon credits, forests are being planted, which would absorb greenhouse gases. And renewable energy projects are being set up which would reduce the use of fossil fuels. But unfortunately, even after taking all the steps, we have not been able to reduce carbon emissions. The main reason for it is, because we have made regulations for industries to control carbon emission. But we forgot our responsibility towards the environment. According to international data, a person emits an average of 8 to 10 tons of carbon in his lifetime from the things he consumes. So, it is the responsibility of every human being to plant at least 450 to 500 trees in his entire lifetime. And express gratitude to nature for their life. But then a question arises that, in this busy life, how will we plant so many trees and take care of them? If you are serious about taking this virtuous task, we have an answer. And plus a smart bonus tip. But before that, Let me give you some information. The Global Carbon Credit Limited Liability Company, or GCC LLC, is a great initiative based in the United States. And it is designed to deal with the carbon emission happening around the world. GCC LLC is running so many projects across the world. And all these projects are certified by the Global Verification and Certification Authority, which entails total of 5 verification authorities. 1. Global Standard for the Global Goals. 2. Global Carbon Council. 3. Framework Conversion on Climate Change. 4. National Accreditation Board for Certification Bodies. 5. Verified Carbon Standard. Carbon credit is given to all the projects undertaken by GCC LLC initiatives. If you support this initiative, you will also be entitled to the carbon credits they receive. And later you can earn monies by selling it to the industries. Today, GCC LLC is going through the funding stage to initialize the carbon credit projects by introducing the Global Carbon Credit Token. If you love nature and want to fulfill your duty as a human being, buy Global Carbon Credit Token to support this mission. If you wish, you can save this token on the blockchain for a long time. By funding this token, many ventures like tree plantations, soil fertility increasement, and installing renewable energy sources will be implemented on a large scale. Additionally, this initiative will also work on the solution of other related problems like the tree falling, environmental pollution, plastic dumping, and waste management. Not only our planet will get benefit from this, but people will also get employment. Now let's talk about the bonus tip related to this. Mong and Fortune 100 companies such as Microsoft, Amazon, Unilever, Verizon, Delta, and JetBlue have started worrying about excessive carbon credit demand to neutralize carbon emissions from their production. And Amazon and Microsoft alone have the carbon credit demand for 60 million tons of carbon emissions per year. So, you can see that the demand for carbon credits will increase with increasing production around the world. It means it is obvious to predict that the value of carbon credits will increase from the range of $5 to $65 to the range of $70 to $1,000 in the near future. Your one step to supporting this initiative will increase our environment's health and, along with, it will increase your wealth. So now go to the globalcarboncredit.org platform and become a part of this initiative. And by buying global carbon credit tokens here, support a safe and golden future. And yes, hurry up. To don't miss your chance to grab free airdrops on your first sign up.